back on STL TV Live. I'm Darra, Cherie, and I'd like to welcome our friends from the St. Louis Jewish Film Festival Committee, co-chair Jeffrey Korn and Marilyn Brown. How are you today?
Okay.
We're fine.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so this is your 19th annual festival?
Correct.
Correct.
So how did this thing come about?
Oh, goodness, I don't know. I think it came about because basically other cities were doing this, and a group of ladies decided, why shouldn't St. Louis also do this? And they worked very hard, and it's grown over the last 19 years, and here it is.
And this is the best year.
This
We have
is
a
the
wonderful
best.
lineup
Wonderful
this year.
lineup of movies.
Great. Well, tell us a little bit about the movies lined up for
Well,
this year.
we've got 15 movies, and it starts on Sunday, and the opening night movie is the return of the Stradivarius violin, which was lost for 50 years.
Wow.
What happened was the director of the Milwaukee Symphony had a recital, and he walked out to his car when it was done, and they tasered him,
Wow.
and they stole the Stradivarius violin. At that time was worth $1.1 million. That was in 1936. It was lost for 50 years. They found it in an attic in a suitcase. Today it's worth $5.5 million. And Marilyn mentioned to me while we were sitting in the other room that Joshua Bell, a violinist, has the violin now and plays it and bought it for $4.5 million.
He bought it for around $4 million. But there is more to the story of the violin itself, not just that it was a valuable Stradivarius. It was owned by Bronislaw Huberman, who founded the Israeli Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, wow.
And so he was given the violin as a very young boy because, Brahms heard him play on it. I mean, it just had an incredible history.
Sound.
And so the idea that it was lost all this time, and then lo and behold, now one of the greatest violinists in the world owns it. So this film tells the story of how this all came about.
We had a movie last year with Huberman. He was a gentleman who saved 1,000 musicians from the Holocaust by taking them to Israel. And he started the
Well, at the time, it was the
Palestinian
Palestine
Philharmonic Orchestra.
Right. Now it's the Israeli Philharmonic Orchestra.
Right.
Now, what other movies?
Well, that same day, we opened at 4 o'clock with the Zigzag Kid.
Okay.
Totally different kind of story. It's light. It's about a young man who goes on a detective hunt, and he learns some things about his parents that he didn't know. And it's just very cute. The young man who acts in it is wonderful, and certainly a different vein. We think it's a great way to open the festival as something kind of light and just plain enjoyable.
So when you say it's the best this year, do you think it's because of the lineup of movies or just the way it was put together?
I think this year's movies is the best collection of movies we've ever had. We have 15 movies, like I told you, and I'm sponsoring a movie which right now is #1 in sales, is the Marvin Hamlish story.
Yep.
Marilyn will tell you a little bit about Marvin Hamlish. He died very, very young. I think it was 45 years old.
I don't remember. It
Yeah.
was something like that.
And he won so many awards, Marilyn.
He won the Pulitzer Prize, 4 Emmys, 3 Golden Globes, 3 Oscars, and a Tony.
Okay.
So that's for such a young life. That's quite a portfolio. Probably one of his best-known songs and films would have been "The Way We Were" with Barbra Streisand.
Everybody knows that song.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll speak more with Jeffrey and Marilyn after the break. Stay tuned.